Hey everybody, it is Brannon Beliso here. I'm going to give you a chance to log on, climb aboard, all that good stuff. Let me know that you can hear me as you come aboard. Say hello. Skylar, what's happening, Skylar, sir? Daniel. There's K1. All right, K1, sir, I'm going to ask for your help. Can you help me with this? We have so many people coming aboard, and as they come aboard, can you write down all their names, and we're going to throw them into a pot so that we can raffle it off at the end, okay? We want to be able to raffle it off. Can you handle that for me, K1? They're coming on so fast. I got Danny H., Adam, and anybody coming on for the first time tonight, please type in where you're tuning in from and what's the name of your school, okay? Mike Guido. Milton. Charles. Scott. Cliff. So yeah, K1, gather everybody's names and we'll try to draw at the end. If you don't get them all, we'll draw them after the fact and we'll announce that, okay? Karen, what's up, Karen? Jason, because they're coming on too fast for me. So everybody, please say hi. K1 saying, everybody, please say hi so we can write down your names and enter you into the drawing. Okay, if you already said hello, say hi again so K1 is seeing that and he can get everybody's names in the pot for the drawing. We're going to give away 2 tickets to It's Time's live encore on November 11th and 12th for those 2 tickets. But it's a 4-day event for some people that choose to do that. Sunny, what's happening? Scott. And if you're tuning in for the first time, I'd love to know what the name of your school is, what country you're tuning in from. That's always really, really cool. Kim saying hello, K1. Jason, Sean, Sharon, Sunny, Scott, Milton, Cliff. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Adam, sir, good evening. Cliff saying hello. Mike Guido saying howdy. Robbie Lindbergh saying hello. Adam Sterner, Danny Hendricks, Stephen Beaver, Gina Sowers. Hope I'm saying that right. Lynn, welcome. Master Maravich, Don O'Neill, Bill B. Harris, Milton. Caleb Plank, what's up, Caleb, sir? Milton's from Seattle, Washington. Master Maravich, all the way from Florida. Sean. As you come aboard, do say hello. As you say hello, K1 can get down your name and put you into our drawing that we're giving away 2 tickets to It's Time Live Encore coming up in November, November 11th and 12th for these 2 tickets. Some people are choosing the 4-day event, but these 2 tickets are for our 2-day event, the 11th and the 12th. Virginia, what's happening, Virginia? Michael Hutchings. Mahinder, sir, what's happening? All right, so as people are coming aboard, I want to welcome you. This is Success Never Sleeps with me, Brannon Beliso, presented by Rainmaker Membership Systems and Software. It is a collective of people, of critical thinkers, of thought leaders. It's a Q&A where we're looking ways to be disruptors. You know, I've been given that label, and I love it. I'm a disruptor. I came into our industry. I introduced a new product, a new way of doing business, and it seems to just be blossoming out. So many people are adopting this new way of thinking and becoming very profitable in the process. And that thinking is service is the new profit, where we focus on improving our curriculum, we focus on writing better systems, we focus on serving people at a higher level, we focus on, refining our curriculum, we focus on developing our brand, we focus on developing our why, growing a culture, growing a tribe of raving fans. It's another way, and we definitely don't do contracts, we don't do upgrades, we don't do black belt clubs, we don't do enrollment fees, we don't do belt testing fees, we do none of those things. And the byproduct is we're a profitable business. For the new people coming aboard, I see there's many tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. My schools, I have 2 of them, and one has been open for 17 years. It broke its first mill back in 2007, and it's averaged $1 million a year since then. I have a new school that's 2.5 years old, about 400 students. We did 800,000 last year. This year we're closing in on 900,000. So this year the schools collectively are on course to do $1.9 million, and we're at about a 40% net, depending, how you slice or dice that. But last year I did very well, very well. So people coming aboard. We got Jim, driver online from Dallas. Excellent. Yeah, I do. I look like the floating hands and feet. I'm actually sitting in the backyard impromptu. The wife had some friends over, so we're having dinner, and I just stepped out into the backyard. Yeah, I'm like the floating head, huh? Yeah, it's a really good call. John, sir. Welcome, John. Leo, Ringles, Adam, Eric, Cody, Lyle, Jeremy, Faith. Lots of people coming aboard tonight. So let's get into the mix. Start putting in your questions. I'm here to answer your questions. We're a collective, so people give feedback and we bounce it off each other, and it just seems to take on a life of its own. It's a new way. Gary Vee is passionate about telling you in today's social media platform, you need to be frequent and you need to be relevant. We do these Facebook Lives almost every night now to the tune of at least an hour. And it's kind of like you don't know when I'm coming. Today we tried something a little different. We actually posted, I will be here at this time. We even incentivized it by we're giving away these 2 tickets. But normally it's based upon my mood. It's based upon if I have something relevant to say. Sure, my message is the same. It's very consistent. That's the frequency. But the relevancy is the input that you put into these Success Never Sleeps. So it's very powerful. It's very powerful. So K1's asking again, as you all join in, please say your name so you can enter your name into the 2 free ticket drawing. Okay, so say your name because K1 can only see your replies. I can see when you joined, but K1 needs to see your replies. So type them in there, and then K1 can gather that information. David, that's a new name for me. David Hosefik. Jason Moe, of course I know. So anybody coming on, please say hello. If you're a new person, tell us the name of your school and where you're tuning in from. It's not uncommon to have people from Canada, Germany, the UK, Australia, the Philippines, and all over the United States joining us on a nightly basis now. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. There you go. Here comes some more, K1. There's Tony. There's MJ. There's Master Maravich again, Nicholas Quadra, Charles Home, Stephen Beaver. I'm getting ready to hire someone for our after-school program. What are the things we should look for? Culture. Number 1 is culture. When we do interviews, we do them 2 ways. First, my wife will look at all the different resumes that come through the door, and then she'll look at statistically, what their background, what their resume says. But believe me, somebody with a perfect resume, it could be made up, or you're going to take time to verify all that. And just because they look good on paper, Stephen, doesn't mean they're a good fit. That's why I ask you to spend so much time defining your why. Why do I want to come to you versus Joe Karate down the street, right? I want to know that. And if you're singing the same song, we teach focus, we teach discipline, we are a black belt school, again, there's nothing that differentiates you. You are better than that. As I share, you have your own unique story to tell, Stephen, and I want to know that story. So the same thing goes here. Once you define your why, then it's easy to find the right people to put on the bus, right? Jim Collins says, I get the right people on the bus, get them in the right seat. So what we do is after my wife does the statistical hiring, she does the first interview. And if it's a good to go, she'll say, hey, I want you to talk to this person. I look at the person and tell them the interview's over. And they go, what do you mean interviews? It's over. And 90% of the time we'll go for a walk, Stephen, and we just talk. We talk. I want to know about the person. Are they passionate? What is it their purpose in this world? Why should I hire them? Why do they want to be a part of our team? So it's conversation back and forth because remember, they're hiring us as much as we are hiring them, Stephen. And when you come in that very mutual sense of respect, you're going to get a lot better, draw from the talent pool. So I think and of course, the fundamentals, they should be teachable. They should be a team player. They should love working with kids. They should be reliable, dependable, those types of things. And you'll only know that. That's why you should do a 3-month probation period, and you'll know that. You don't know their work ethic. They can tell you till the cows come home. Oh, yes, I'm always on time. I'm a good worker, et cetera, but you won't know it until they're in your culture. They're in your mix, how they behave. So there's only so much you can do, but I believe you can reduce that to get a better hire if you hire them based upon your culture. your culture. And what is your why? Us, in a nutshell, we help you live your best life. So I look for people that are athletic, people that are healthy, people that are constantly learning and growing and studying, people that are close with their families, people that are servicing their community. All those different variables that we do organically, they need to have that quality, Stephen. They really do. So I would encourage you to sit down and write, okay, if I had an after-school person, what are the qualities I'm looking for? And that would be basically your go-to when you're talking to that person. Are they teachable? Are they a team player? You don't prompt them. Are you a team player? Yeah, of course I'm going to say, yeah, if I want the freaking job. I'm going to say why. Define to me the value of teamwork. And then they'll go off, right? Why is it important to be a learner? Instead of saying, are you a good learner? Do you like to learn? No. Again, if you ask them the right question, Stephen, you will get the right answer. Why is learning important? Why is teamwork important? Things like that, Stephen, I think will help you a lot more. Cool? Hey, what's up, Jack? Thank you, Master Maravich. He says, even if we win or not, we will come and see you, sir. I'm grateful for that. I miss you guys. This time last year, I was heading down to Florida, right? I was coming down to Florida to see Master Maravich and do some seminars there. Tommy Sigler, again, as K1 is asking, as you're coming aboard, do say hello. That way he can get your name and enter you into our drawing. Steve Williams. Yeah, Jack Hara, KR Culture. That's our way of selling without selling. Culture is everything. And that Harvard professor said that culture eats strategy every day. Every day. Because it is. I mean, people want to be part of something special, something amazing. And if we create that, and I like basing it upon service, because there's many cultures out there. And if it's based upon my ego, me, that's not healthy. It's egotistical. It's based upon insecurity and fear. But if we build a collective, kind of like what we're doing now, where people are talking and communicating and cultivating ideas, then we offer ourselves a better chance of growing the tribe quicker, better, and faster, and stronger in the process. Justin, what's happening, sir? How's the school going? Tyler Spence, George Ney, Stephen Reinstein, Richard. As you guys come aboard, if you want to enter our contest, do say hello. That way, K1 can see your name and put you into the drawing, okay? Jason Gehring is asking, having no membership terms, how do you handle people who want to use can pay in full for 6 or 12 months? Do you do a refund if they quit before the term ends? We do not encourage paid in full memberships. We prefer the monthly payments, but we do have people that request. We do not care for PIFs. Paid in full memberships does not help my cash flow. I'm a cash-based business, cash in every month, cash out every month. My expenses don't change. I don't want overinflated months. I want good, steady months all the way through. So I don't think you discourage them. You just don't promote them. We have 1 year paid in full, 10% off. That's it. We don't do the 6-month thing, any of that. So people will sit there and make that conscious choice, but we don't promote it. And we make it super, 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 super clear that we do no refunds with that. None. And that's why I don't like them, because I don't like not giving refunds. If I don't serve you, then guess what? You don't pay me. So I'm adamant about that. But I don't want to give refunds on something that you make really, really clear, such as that. So we just avoid them for the most part, Jason, sir. We really do. And if they really push that, on you, sir, then that's cool, right? That's cool. Just make it clear to them, these are the conditions, all right? Stephen, yeah, I'm sitting in the backyard. We have a bunch of people over the house visiting and eating, hanging out with the kids. And so I didn't know that was going to happen to the last minute, but it is what it is. I know. I look like a bunch of head. I look like a head and arms. Look at that. Just a head and a neck with no hair. All right. Steve Barkley. Michelle, welcome. Gina's asking, what are the best types of fundraisers we can offer to a PTA or PTO? Was given a recommendation offered to run and organize a fundraiser to start the relationship. There's so many things you can do. I mean, the most obvious one is you can donate, right? Anytime you can donate money straight away to the PTA, that's super valuable because it's just straight up. Both my kids are in the school district, so we just bought into the PTO, but my kids eats membership, $250 a piece. Every silent auction they have, donate a premium birthday party. Here's why. Okay. Let me try to say this diplomatically. We were at a fundraiser, all right? This was a crab feed. And I'm going to go through the whole scenario because, Gina, you'll see the picture clearly. Every elementary school does something like a Monte Carlo night. They'll do a crab feed, different things like that. The challenge is it's hard for the parents to attend because they can't get proper babysitting. So what do? We go to the PTA. We offer our school and our team a la a parents' night out for free. If the PTA wants to charge for it and the money goes back to the PTA, so be it. We just ask them to please recognize and share with everybody that all the child care service this evening is courtesy of One Martial Arts. That's the first layer. Second layer, we donate a premium birthday party, a week of camp, and we did this mom's morning, which was super cool, where the moms come down to a kickboxing, then after they're going to have like brunch at our school, right? So the first one went for like $600-700. The week of camp went for, I don't know, $400, and the mom's thing went for like $220. All of our prizes got bidded on. All of our prizes made the money. The guy down the road, guess what he donated? What do you think the school owner donated to the silent auction? Go. Somebody tell me what you believe he donated. What do you think he donated? What did he donate to this silent auction? And I'm going to keep saying hi to people. Hey, as you're coming aboard, Carlos, Kevin, say hello. That way K1 can get your name and put it into the pot because we're drawing for 2 tickets at the end of this event tonight. Jose. Thank you, Jack, for inviting people to watch. Skylar, Steve, Carlos, Tommy, Charles. I like that. Charles, hey, we can throw that into the mix too, Stephen, sir. Patience is one key factor to look in. And you'll see that in the first 3 months if they're patient. It's easy for them to say they're patient. Oh, I would ask that question, huh, Charles? Tell me, why do you think patience is a valuable quality to have when working with kids? That might be a question, right? But patience is a must. I agree with you, sir. Jose, Eric. Jadi. Jadi Tension, my man. Titus, David. Okay, so David, tell me, this guy donated to this auction 1 week of classes. You bet he did. And he did 6 of them. He donated 6 different 1 week of classes. Guess how many people bid on those? Go. How many people bid on those? Go. Type it in, type it in. Gina's saying he donated 2 weeks of classes. Jodi's saying he offered a private lesson or a free uniform. Jacob Wolfman from Hypa. David, Stephen. 2, 3, yeah, you're right. Okay, he donated 6 of them. And how many people bid on them? 0. A big fat 0. Because it was self-serving. It was of no value to Joe E. Public. And people saw right through that. All you're simply doing is donating a membership to get me into your school. And it's a cheap one. It's freaking 1 free week. What is that? What is that? There's no je ne sais quoi there. There's no X factor. So nobody bid on his stuff. So now, let's go through it. And then lastly, we spent $300 to get our name printed on the tickets that everybody bought. Because they also bought raffle tickets and regular tickets. So we were imprinted on the ticket. And then lastly, we donated the cotton candy machine. So let's talk about all the touch points, Gina, so we stay with your question. Guy comes into our school with his kid, drops off his kid, pulls out his wallet. We go, no, sir, this is compliments of One Martial Arts. We'll take great care of your child. We're going to feed him pizza, juice, dodgeball, life skills, Legos, relay races. Dad goes off with a big smile. He gets to this crab feed. He goes up to the table, right, while the silent auction stuff to bid on. Oh, One Martial Arts, a premium birthday party worth $450. Oh, wow. A summer camp. Yeah, that's cool. $325. Wow. This mom's morning valued at $350. Wow, these guys are cool. Sits down and looks at his ticket because he's looking at his raffle to know what his numbers is. Oh, One Martial Arts again on the freaking raffle ticket. Eat my dinner. What's that over there? Let me get up. Go check that out. Wow, cool. It's a cotton candy machine. Oh, look. It's courtesy of One Martial Arts. One Martial Arts is giving out cotton candy. Wow, it's cool. I love cotton candy. How many touch points did we have there? And then, of course, we'll mention, when they're announcing the prize, because people are, bidding and getting their prizes, right? We're announced how many times? Three quality times, not, so-and-so donated 6 1-week memberships. Times up, pencils down. You feel me? So how many touch points were there? When he dropped them off at the school, when they saw the ticket, when they looked at all the items in the silent auction, when they walked up and got cotton candy, when they heard our prizes announced over the microphone. 5 different contacts. And then when he comes to pick up his child at the end of the night, and this kid's holding a focus badge and all this cool stuff, and his belly's full and he's sweating and had a good time, you know it. But and even that experience, remember, all the parents sees, Gina, is when they're dropped off and picked up. Please don't let them pick up their kid while they're watching a freaking movie. Don't do that. That's an electronic babysitter. I could have left my kid at home with the grandparents and done that. Right? So that's an example of one of the ways we maximize the potential of a community event with the PTA. And of course, a monetary donation. We have a foundation that raises money district-wide to put in computers, art supplies, different things. We just donated $2,000 to them. So if you can donate money, it's good. If you can contribute to the silent auction with prizes, it's good. If you can donate your time and volunteer, it's good. The bottom line is you need to build trust. We're talking about building a sustainable relationship, Gina, right? Instead of, what's my ROI? How can I get new students? Can I get more leads out of this? You want cotton candy? You got to give me your name and email. It's horrible. It's horrible. I liken it to the guy that walks into a nightclub and just walks up to the first girl. Can I have your phone number? Walks up to the next girl. Can I have your phone number? Walks up to the next girl. Can I have your phone number? That's what I liken it to. You can't do that and begin to build trust. It's slimy, it's funky, and it reeks of salesmanship. Stop it. Cool? Man, was that a rant or was that a rant? Okay. Carlos. When somebody misses classes and does not qualify for stripes and new belt and the cycle changes, do they have to take stripes off and requalify with a new cycle? No way, sir. Here's what we do. We do 1 tip every 2 weeks, right? So how many tips is at the end of every month? 2 tips, right? See, what most of you do is you do 1 tip in a 4-week period, and you're kind of working on 3 tips at once, right? I mean, I've worked with many schools. That's pretty much the method. The challenge with that is you're managing 3 tips or stripes simultaneously. And that's really hard to do, especially with the numbers we're at, 600 at one school, 400 at the other. Really hard to manage that. And remember, 75% of my revenue is traditional martial arts. So the bulk of our students are all tipping all the time, striping and testing. So we broke it down in smaller increments. Why? Do you want to take 3 big steps to get to the top of the mountain or a bunch of little ones? I prefer a bunch of little ones, right? It's easier to manage. So we earn 1 tip every 2 weeks. So at the end of the month, how many tips should they have? 2. Right. So how do we make sure kids don't fall behind? Well, this is what we do, Carlos. 1, in San Francisco, we have an 8 a.m. practice class. Show up at 8 o'clock. There's instructors there. You can practice for an hour. That's it before we start our regular classes. At the end of every month, Carlos, we have a makeup stripe workshop from 3 to 5. Again, it's totally free. And then, Carlos, when we finish a 3-month cycle, every kid should have all 6 stripes on their belt, right? 3 months, 2 stripes each month, 6 total. Then we have a whole month of review and testing. Guess what we do with that kid that has 4 stripes, Carlos? Guess what we do? We're working on makeup stripes, see? So we have all these different key things in place because you're right, Carlos. I love it, you critical thinker. That is definitely the challenge that you run into. So we've added those other different layers to help head that off at the pass. And if that doesn't make sense, please ask me some more. Jody, man, this is a stick-up. My boy is coming through like a thief in the night, but he came to give. Yeah, I do look like a thief in the night, huh? I'm chilling with my Lululemon beanie, and I'm hanging out here. Everybody saying hello. Say hello for all the new people coming aboard. K1 needs your information so that he can enter you into the raffle. Man, you guys are tripping on the background. It's all about the background. This is courtesy of Dojo Muscle, Chris Pirelli. I'm using a spotlight on my face and doing all that. Okay. No, hey, but you know what, Jose's saying, I wish this was in a podcast format so I can review this while driving to and from work. Jim and Dojo, thank you for doing this. Jose, K1 loads it up to YouTube. Does that help you? He loads it up to YouTube so you can watch it at YouTube. Is YouTube just as good as podcasts, anybody? All right. So, Kevin, we donate a free 30 days with a private lesson uniform and t-shirt. See, again, Kev, my challenge with that, it's not tangible to a mom. I don't know you yet. See, I don't know you that well. It's like, again, me going up to a girl and saying, hey, you want to go away for the weekend with me? Right? I don't know you yet. So by putting something that's, again, Stephen says this really well, Stephen Reinstein, who's on, know your demographic, understand their need, and then speak to them. Every mom wants someplace to do their kid's birthday party. Everybody. Every mom is going to need a week of camp during the summer, right? And the mom's morning thing was just a thing we were experimenting with, because we're always pushing the envelope, and it did really well, right? It only got a $220 bid, but it got bid. We got people in the school. They had a great kickboxing class. They had, brunch after, and we picked up a couple of kickboxing students in the process. So again, I would try to stay away from memberships as much as possible. I tried that one here that a buddy of mine was very successful with. They went to the PTA and said, everybody who signs up for a trial will donate back $50 of that trial. It didn't work well for us, because again, there's a bait and switch. There's some kind of condition attached to it. So we find just donating money straight off, doing the week of camp birthday parties are much more powerful, have a bigger impact, and you connect with an audience right away that doesn't know you. And what if they don't want martial arts, right? So I would encourage you guys not to do that. I'm the dark. Okay, you guys are having a good time with this, huh? Jack said, Brannon is the dark version of Zordon tonight. Rangers, you must find a way. Okay. David Rosenberg, was the birthday party and camp a package or separate? Separate, sir. We kept them separate, and it was awesome. It was awesome. Everybody coming aboard, I see lots of new people. Edlin, that's a new name for me. Michael, you've been here before. Alex, Jay, Randall. That might be a new name for me. Jay Larkin, I know Jay. Uriel, hey, please, as you come aboard, say hello. Everybody, please say hello, because we're having a drawing at the end of this, and K1 needs your name so he can enter you into the drawing, okay? Anthony, Carlos, thank you. I hope that helps, Carlos. I love my Kenpo system. I love it, and I wasn't going to abandon it. I think what it was really about, Carlos, was making it relevant, making it age and skill level specific, because so many of us abandon our curriculum because we're not profitable with it, and then we engage in somebody else's programs. And I'm not saying that's a horrible thing, but I worked with one school owner, and I kid you not, and again, this is just my take. I don't mean anything. This guy had one, gymnastics, karate type thing, and he had some little bears program, and then some kind of, kickboxing thing, and then he had some kind of self-defense thing, and all these different banners in his window, and there was no cohesive brand, of course, because each one of these programs have their own brand, right? They have their own brand. And of course, I'm making up names to protect the innocent. And he had all these different, and none of these brands kind of went together. And then I said, okay, sir. And each program was doing okay, right? He had 10 in one, 20 in another, 30 in another. And I said, sir, what do you have a black belt in? And this guy stood up tall, his face lit up, his chest came out. He said, 3rd degree Taekwondo, 30 years, sir. I said, then, sir, that's a heck of a lot more believable than this, little bear program that you have that you bought from so-and-so. It's a lot more believable, sir. Why don't you teach Taekwondo? Well, sir, I wasn't making money with it. I said, sir, it's not about abandoning your art. It's learning how to teach your art in a contemporary, exciting, age-specific, skill level-specific manner. And he looked at me like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. The challenge is many of us teach the way our teacher taught us, and their teacher taught them, and their teacher taught them. And we know decades and decades ago, martial arts was made by men for men to do battle. There was a time kids did not study martial arts at all. So we must evolve. We must evolve. So for me, I wasn't going to abandon my Kempo karate for something that's new and shiny, but I was going to make sure that it was relevant, that it was contemporary, that it was taught in an age and skill level specific manner, right down to our belt system. I grew up with 5 belts like jiu-jitsu. You can't ask a kid to wait 2 years for a belt, so we put in a bunch of belts. We put in a bunch of stripes, and to me, that's administrative. That's got because remember, we don't charge belt testing fees, so I'm not adding more belts to be a black belt factory. I'm not adding more belts because I'm generating revenue. We're adding more belts to make the process more manageable for a child, more efficient for the instructor to implement. Do you feel me on that, everybody? Who feels me on that? Good. Neil saying the cotton candy machine was a big hit. It is. Everybody loves cotton candies, adults and kids. I personally don't eat cotton candy, but you know what? Adults and kids alike love cotton candy, and it's fun. It's just fun, right? And if we take ourselves so darn seriously all the time, man, you're gonna have an aneurysm. I have no problem. I'll throw on the freaking Kung Fu Panda suit if it's needed. I'll sit out there with the kids and I'll play. Never forget you were a child. That's a challenge with adults. We take ourselves way too seriously at times. You know what? It's going to make you old. It's going to stress you out. It's going to stress you out. Be mindful of that. I think that's important because we work with kids, right? As Kyoshi Kovar says, you can have fun without being funny. There's a big difference. And I believe that. I think that's cool. So as you come on board, I see lots of new people. Tell us where you're from and tell us the name of your school and say hi so K1 gets you in the mix. David Rosenberg, there is no trust established. I agree, sir. Absolutely none. And everything, trust is king. No longer content is king. Trust is king. And if you're going to believe you're going to earn somebody's trust instantly, no, you're not. That's why it's important at your website to have those great reviews and make them as authentic as you can. We know screenshotting your reviews aren't the best thing because the spiders can't pick that up. They look at it as an image, but you can replicate them. Steven's really good at that. All of his reviews look like Facebook, look like Yelp, the different things, and that's quality. We're doing the same thing with our website, but I will have a reviews page maybe with a bunch of those screenshots so they look super authentic and they almost verify them. So I'm messing around with that now. Steven, you have any input about that? Having a designated review page with actual Facebook snapshots, Google review snapshots, just for authenticity? See, because of course, with every kids page, there'll be reviews right there done in text that is very similar to text you'll see at Facebook with the stars and everything. So you will look at it as a Facebook review. So what do you think about that, Steven? Any thoughts on that? Pipe it in. Curtis is asking me how to do a community expo table. A community expo. Does that have everybody from people selling artificial turf to renewal by Andersen windows and sliding doors and different things like that, sir? Is it something of that nature? Because then I would ask you, why are you there? Does that fit your culture? Is your demographic going to be at this event? Do people come from all over? Remember, you want to own the 3 to 5 mile radius of your school. So you've got to ask yourself, is it going to be people in the 3 to 5 mile radius, sir? We get offers to go do basketball games half times all the time. They're nowhere near my school. They're 20, 30 miles away. It doesn't make any sense. We don't do them. It might be fun, right? Ooh, on the resume, but it doesn't help us get new students, sir. It doesn't. So when you talk about that expo, give me a little more detail before I give you what I would hope is an intelligent answer. Daniel's saying, speaking of podcasts, I had the opportunity to listen to the podcast interview you did and learned so much. Love all the information philosophy. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Daniel. So that's very kind. Curtis says hello. Jose says hello. House of the Samurai. I love saying that. It's like a Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill Part 2 film. House of the Samurai. Orlando. Bill B. Harris said, what's up, Alvin? I'm like a floating head of knowledge. Okay, you guys are going to just do this all night long. Okay, mental note. Never do Facebook Live in the dark in the backyard anymore. Okay. Oh, the Dark Professor. Hello, like the Dark Knight. Okay, keep them coming. Just keep them coming. Our first time to watch. Thanks. Hey, welcome, Stephen. Stephanie Bunch. I'm sorry. Stephanie Bunch. Nancy. It's Nancy from Satori. I love Kyoshi Kovar. One of the greatest men in the martial arts industry. Tell him I said that. Neil, what type of flyers would you give to the schools to hand out? I've built a relationship with many schools that allow us to hand out flyers on occasion. Neil, if you can go further than that and get in tight where somebody has the master email list, that's so much better, sir. I'm telling you, it's so much better if you can do something like that, Neil. If not, the challenge is, when I was listening to the Ultimate Facebook course for martial arts schools by Stephen Reinstein over this weekend, I've been reviewing that. The first thing he started with is, why are you running this Facebook ad campaign? Why are you doing this boost, right? Is it brand awareness? Is it to get somebody to sign up for a trial? Is it just to get them to, introduce yourself and get them to your website? So that's a big question I would ask myself first, Neil, is what is your purpose of putting this handout into their little brown folder that the kids get, right? What is your purpose of doing that? Is it a time-sensitive thing? Are you promoting a back-to-school, after-school program? Are you promoting winter camp? Tell me about that first, Neil, and I'll give you a better answer. Jack Hara, all his crew is there. Welcome, Jack Hara's crew. Alan Bunch, Michael, Alicia, Lawrence, Jose, I feel you. I was brought up with 6 belts. My kid's class has 11 belts that leads to black belt. It doesn't matter how many steps they get there. It only becomes an issue if you're charging belt testing fees. You're doing it every 8 weeks. Every parent's going to get, it's another revenue stream. You're using it to generate revenue, and people are going to call you out on that eventually. And that's where you get that term, black belt factory. It's all about them nickel and diming you, right? Remember, I don't charge belt testing fees. So if I introduce another belt, it's a bridge between 2 belt levels that has too much curriculum. And I'm just, dividing it into smaller sections to make it more comprehensive. People can learn it better, right? I'm about learning and comprehension, not a bunch of memorization. When I started, we had 3 forms at white belt. And when I asked my instructor why, you know what his answer was? To weed out the weak. I'm like, oh, great. All right, to weed out the weak. That's not what we're here to do. So again, we moved the curriculum around, but I'm proud to say when they test for black belt, they pretty much do the same thing I did back in 1979 when I tested for my black belt. Cool? Jose is Chulsum Taekwondo, El Paso, Texas. Welcome, 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 sir. Welcome. Sean Gilham. My demo team just did demos for the Ninjago movie at our local theater. We performed there many times. We had logos on the table kids could have. We had a Ninjago character costume, taking pictures with the people, and we give out MIVP free classes. We have a clipboard on the table. People can sign up for more information, but nobody signs up. I know I am there alone, and I'm not able to communicate with people during the demo, and I need to fix that. Are there any other better things to do at a theater or demo session? Well, again, Stephen said, know your demographic and understand their need or their pain point. So let's stop there. Am I going to the movies to stop and watch a karate demo in the lobby? I think not. Is it a pleasant surprise? Maybe, but most parents are not walking in 45 minutes to an hour before the movie, sir. They're not, especially this weekend. Everybody's got to get in line. So I probably, and this is me, and most parents would agree, parents that are on here, I pre-bought my tickets. Boom. 2, I'm going straight for the snack bar because my kids need their freaking kettle corn and their Slurpee. 3, I want to get a good seat because it's the first weekend. It's going to be busier than all tar. And I've had this conversation with many school owners that have been in this position, and they do all this work and they get very little, as we say, their ROI, right? But could I take something like that movie theater event, Sean, and change my mindset and look at it as a brand awareness event? I could absolutely do that. Instead of the demo team, why not have a bunch of people just around with nunchucks and having fun with the kids and hitting pads and breaking boards, and you kind of got this whole little culture right in this corner here. People just boom, 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 boom. Kids walking by, or better yet, when they're coming out of the movie theater, what a captive audience. Hey, you want to break a board? Hey, how'd you like to kick a pad? Hey, you want to swing some nunchucks? And you just, building rapport, right? And the parents observing, they see you interact with their kid and it's a rock star. That's cool. I watch the demo team. Ooh, yay. And then I'm going to go see my Ninjago movie, right? You got to be mindful of why you're there. And I think the movie theater can be very useful. And you know who did this brilliantly? Herb Perez of Gold Medal Martial Arts. And Herb Perez rents the movie theater, and gives out tickets to his students to bring a friend. That's pretty amazing, right? And I would take that a step further. I would put something on there every seat. I might have the demo team on stage or on the floor before the movie starts, and then say something to all the parents and kids that are there. Something of that nature, right? Or make it mandatory if I rent the movie theater, kids, parents come together. Something of that nature. So I think the movie theater thing is pretty played out, and we've done it, and it's something I would look at in a different way if I'm going to do that, right? Stephen Reinstein saying, I like it. I think you'll get a ton of traffic to that page. Just make sure it's not a dead end. Make sure they're able to do something after looking at the reviews, like purchasing a trial or opting in. Also, okay, so Stephen's saying it's okay, because we know reviews are important. We're talking about building trust also. And you got this great content, no more stock photos. We understand to use our own photos. It's real. Because I don't want to see this big matrix pagoda with a bunch of Photoshop six-pack looking chicks and guys, and I walk into your school in a strip mall next to a 7-Eleven. It's just, that doesn't work. That doesn't work, right? So again, I think being authentic instantly builds trust. Being real and transparent builds trust. So Stephen's saying, yeah, it's cool. Add a reviews page as well beyond the reviews on each landing page. See, because when I run Facebook ads, I'm not sending them to the home page. If it's kickboxing, I'm sending them strictly to that kickboxing page. And I want the reviews embedded in there. It's a one-stop shop. They can buy the trial. They can opt in. They see the benefits, the values, all those different things. They see the reviews. All of it is right there for them. But when we do those reviews on the landing page, taking Stephen's advice, we do them in fonts. And you want to use Google fonts, because remember, Google needs to see these fonts and read them. You take some obscure font, that doesn't work for Google, that's going to have a hard time. Am I correct in saying that, Stephen? Correct me if I'm wrong. So in the website, and that's why sometimes with web design, I have my own web designer. As you guys, a lot of people aren't in that position. You need to go to Stephen. Go to Stephen, go to Market Muscles, get a website. All right? I believe it's the best thing out there today. Why? Because of Stephen. Because nothing is perfect, and I do believe Stephen will make right by you, just like his Facebook course. I took it. I enjoyed it. I gave him my comments. He was open. I know he improved a bunch of things over the weekend. That's how we grow. Learning is the key to success, and change is part of that process. And if I narrow my mind and I think I know everything and my product's awesome, I'm screwed. But see, what's amazing about Stephen, he's like a sponge. He just wants to learn and grow and present the best product for you, as I do. And that's who I like to gravitate towards. Same thing with your curriculum. Same thing with your marketing. So I just thought that'd be a good thing, right? We've got these reviews, and we're using Google fonts, and it's the closest thing to a Facebook font. So on the landing page of the kickboxing, it looks like a Facebook or Google or Yelp review. It really does, right? But to have an actual reviews page separate, people can go to with snapshots. I mean, come on, how more authentic than a snapshot of a Yelp review or a Facebook review or a Google review? And I agree with Stephen. I'll make sure that happens. Mental note. Make sure there are opt-ins and call to action, right? Absolutely. Put all that stuff in there. Super, right? Maybe I'll throw in a couple video testimonials. How about that, Stephen? Video testimonials. Have them there surrounded by these snapshots of these different reviews from Facebook. Yep, done. And there's the call to action. Wow. Wow. I think that could be pretty cool, right? Michael is asking you, Stephen, please send him some information. That's Michael Authement, Authement. All right, send Stephen. He wants to ask you about websites. Coleman Osborne, what's happening, Coleman? Or just put it in here, Stephen. Put some website examples in here. Alan, I love it, Alan Bunch. We are the Black Ranger team. We like the dark. Yeah, you guys love the Ranger stuff, huh? Isn't Jack like the Silver Ranger or the Gray Ranger? Something like that, Jack? Or is it just because you're old, Jack? Are you the old Ranger? Ah! Duran Howard. That's the best I can do. I don't have very good humor. Duran, sir. Good evening, Duran, sir. Welcome. Hey, Dale. What's up, Dale, sir? All the new people coming aboard, please say hello. That way, K1 can get your name to put it in the drawing, okay? We're giving away 2 tickets to my event in November. It's Time Live Encore. It's Time Live Encore, okay? Lots of great questions coming in. Let's keep answering them. Yeah, Jack's the Gray Ranger, right? It's Spy Combatives. Good. Okay, so Curtis is saying, okay, let's go back to Curtis's question. Curtis Hammond. Local community expo event, drawing families from our community within a 5-mile radius. Features doctors, suppliers for kids, and family goods. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I would encourage you do regular demos in your booth if it's big enough, or try to get on the stage. But you know what I would gear it towards? Life skills. We do this whole thing at those types of expos. We get the parents and kids onto the floor. We're up on the stage. We have, little red square targets. We do a focus drill together with the parent, a teamwork drill. We do, a confidence drill. We do all these different drills with the parents and the kids. In the end, we give the parent a board. The kid breaks it. The parent awards the kid a badge for confidence or whatever. And it's this family experience. See how we took that and flipped the script? Most people go, demo team, 540s, tornado kicks, and all that. My goodness. If you can really get organic and community-based like that, Curtis, does everybody see that? Who feels me on that one? Can you see that visual I just gave you? Because what you're doing is you're promoting life skills in these short 2-minute drills, and they're interacting between the kid and the parent. Where are they going to get to do that in this expo, sir? Where are they going to get to do that kind of experience? Remember, everything is about creating the Disney experience. Create that experience. Create that experience. That's what we're trying to do. That memorable experience, when they walk away from your booth or whatever you get, they're going to go, wow, that was really freaking cool. And he didn't, hold me hostage and try to sell me something, right? Blam, drop the mic, give them love and walk away, and you'll find them following you. All right? Who sees that? Does anyone see that about the community event? And then, of course, Curtis, I would definitely, money talks. I would have a raffle on site giving away a $100 Visa gift card at 1 o'clock, $100 Visa gift card at 3 o'clock, one at 5 o'clock. That goes miles because they don't know you yet. And if they see a little raffle box there, spin the wheel or whatever, they know there's some ulterior motive, and you want to capture them. That's why I don't like the wheel. Spin the wheel, get glow nunchucks. Oh, but to get the nunchucks, you got to come to the school to earn them, to get them. Things like that I think are underhanded. They're played out and they're done. But to sit there and genuinely, I break a board, I got a stamp on it, says One Martial Arts. On the flip side, it says bring in this board, for a free t-shirt or 2 weeks of classes. Something like that is okay. It is, but you want to make sure when they break that board, you do a short mat chat on focus. The kid gets a focus badge. You have some kind of tangible thing the parent can take a tool that has focus on it with some written curriculum, something more tangible than what the guy down the road's doing, right? Rat card, 1999, 3 classes and a uniform. Everybody says that. That's right at the top of the ad. You know what? It should be the smallest thing on the page. Not the biggest, the smallest. Because I can't sell you something because you don't trust me. The only way you're going to buy it is if it's cheap. No way. And then you have sticker shock when I turn around and tell you my monthly is $199 a month. So you see, that's why I'm not into the $19.99. I don't believe in that for me. I think it's great for fitness, but if you want to be the Apple of martial arts, you will never see Apple on sale. You will never see their products at $19.99. It just doesn't happen. You need to establish that right away. This is a quality institution. We believe in our product. And I want to give you that story. My whole home has windows that are renewal by Andersen. If you look them up, they're some of the most expensive windows. So, of course, I did my due diligence. I got 3 bids. Renewal by Andersen. Woman came in, presented why their product's superior. Other guy came in, I don't know what they were, Millview or something. And then a third guy. All right, Renewal by Andersen shot me 1 email. It's great meeting you today. If you have any other questions, let me know. We would love to serve you. Good luck on your window shopping. That was it. No phone calls, nothing. The other guy, 3 phone calls, 10 emails in like the next 3 days. Guess who I went with? I mean, their level of confidence, because she didn't sell me. She educated me on their product and why it cost more than the other guy. And then she left me alone. I thought that was, pardon the French, that was badass. That was just, whoa, blew me away. The confidence in her delivery. There was no, hey, how you doing, friend? She didn't do any of that. Mr. Beliso, how are you today, sir? And she understood. She didn't know me yet. But she did believe in her product. And that's the trust that she was trying to promote and instill in me, was the trust for the windows. I ended up spending 10 grand more than the other guy, but the windows are brilliant. The screen door broke. And I've had these windows for 10 years. The screen door broke like a year ago. They came out and fixed it for free in like a day. Boom, bam. So they're still carrying on that commitment to customer service that I believe we all need to work towards. Cool? So when you do that booth experience, Curtis, what I'm sharing is that you're there to build trust. You're there to build brand awareness. And if you're like every other salesperson there, trying to give out a stress ball with your name and email and some offer on it, on your website on it, I think it's played out, sir. I think you're better than that, Curtis. You're much better. Just dig deep. What is your why, and why are you there? Cool? Jessica, good evening, Jessica Ann. Neil, I was thinking brand awareness, and if they sign up for a trial, we would donate money back to the school. You can, but you know what I encourage, Neil? Simply donate money to the school. That's it. See, because now it's kind of got a motive. We'll donate money back if you sign up for a trial. And it worked for my friend really well, but when we did it, because we're so community service oriented, it kind of people were looking at us cockeyed going, that's not like One Martial Arts. And it wasn't. It wasn't. It's no different than when you do something like, hey, give us a review and you'll be entered into a drawing, to win a 6-month membership. Things like that. Are you buying that review? Are you paying for that review, or should it just happen organically? I would prefer that it happens organically. I really, really would. I really would. Jose, you don't charge belt testing fees. Good. Duran, trying to move on from belt fees. And again, it's not about belt testing fees or not belt testing fees. It's based upon your values and belief system. I have people that look me square in there and say, that belt fee is justified. I have to buy that belt. The belt gets embroidered. I print a certificate. It comes from the association. They feel it, man. More power to you. I just want to know when I go to bed at the end of the day and I put my head down on the pillow, I'm cool with what I've done. You feel me? You feel me? So that's just my take on that. What I'm asking you to do here in Success Never Sleeps is become a critical thinker, become a thought leader, and make a decision for yourself and stick to it. Stick to it and work it. Cool? Michael, most people roll into the movies in a rush. You're right. Going back to the whole movie booth thing. Not my thing. Not what I do. Not what I do. Master Tule. What's up, Master 2, my brother 2? You want to check out a great app? Go to mystudio.academy. Did I say that right, too? mystudio.academy. Tell me if I'm wrong about that, okay? Steven, I'm pretty hit or miss with Gary Vee's content, but I like when he says, what's the ROI on caring? Yeah. Pretty impactful and helps drive a total mindset switch when it comes to certain community events. And I think that's the big thing for me is I never had that salesman mindset, and I kept trying to switch into it because everybody told me that's how you're going to make money in the martial arts. I kept trying to switch into this. You like that graphic? Can somebody do that graphic? Make a graphic of that. You know, I try to switch into that salesman mindset. It just never at a heart level resonated with me. And you're right. What is the ROI on caring? Man, it's huge. So I do believe in that. Nobody cares what you know until they know that you care, right? Lots more people coming aboard. Neil, Anthony Splon, Hung Tran. Hung Tran, when you called me a disruptor the other night in that private message, I didn't know what it meant. So at first I said, disruptor? Does that sound, I don't know if that sounds good. So I looked it up, I Googled it. Thank you humbly for one of the best compliments I've ever received. A disruptor is somebody who comes into an industry and introduces a new product or way of doing business. That's what I've done. With service as the new profit, that's exactly what I've done. So everybody, thank you, Master Hung Tran. Everybody coming aboard, please say hi so K1 gets you into the drawing. We're giving away 2 tickets to my event in November. It's Time Live Encore, courtesy of Rainmaker Membership Systems and Software and Vision USA, 2 of my sponsors for the event. Yeah, and especially when it comes to community events, Curtis, right? If you're out there selling, you might be hurting yourself. Just think, is it brand awareness? And like Steven's saying in his ultimate Facebook course for martial arts schools, why are you doing this? Are you promoting brand awareness? Do you genuinely just want to give back to the community? Do you want to drive them to your website? Are you just making an introduction? What is it? And if I think you're clear about that, the problem is we're always focused on one thing. The number one question I get from everybody, how to get more leads. Well, I think that's the wrong question. I'm going to ask you how to close your freaking back door so you don't get 10 in the front door and 10 out the back. How to teach better classes, how to train your team better, how to systemize everything you do so the quality is consistent. That's what's going to improve your retention. And from there, guess what? If your students internally are happy, it grows outwards. They refer more people. So it's kind of a reverse engineering, isn't it? Right? I'm reverse engineering. Stop focusing on how to get 10 new students. Stop it. Stop it, because you're hurting yourself. It's so one-dimensional in the big picture, in the big scheme of things, and what you're trying to do with creating this tribe of raving fans. You don't create a tribe of raving fans by selling them anything. You do it by earning their trust. Can I get a lot of hearts on that? Come on, throw them in. Lots of hearts if you feel me on that one. You feel me on what I just said there? That's to the point. Jadi, give it to me, all right? Okay, good. See, Steven said, okay, great. So Steven says I'm right. Google fonts are very fast, and Google likes fast things. That's why one of the greatest tips Stephen gave me is how to optimize the upload speed of our website. Our website, I think it looks really good. The thing, it was slower. We're getting an F in upload. And so we had to go back and compress a bunch of images and boom, and now we're up to an A, courtesy of Stephen. Thank you for that, Stephen. Because when we launch that site, it's going to load fast. All right? K1 is saying, I rented out the movie theater for a student when the first Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle came out. It was a great success. He did a demo, but by the road and had a booth outside the front door promoting the movie. And I told, see, so for K1, it worked. It worked. But as you're not getting the results you want, I'm going to say approach that differently. All right, so let me take a look here. We got a lot of new people coming aboard, please. All the new people coming aboard, please say hello. That way we get your name entered into our drawing. And if you can share where you're tuning in from, what part of the world, what's the name of your school, I humbly appreciate that as well. Cool? We have Servizi Paul. Is that from Italy? I love that name, Servizi. I feel like I want to be Michael Corleone in The Godfather too. Don O'Neill, Lafayette Martial Arts and Fitness. Yay. That's one of Steven's websites. Right, Don O'Neill? is one of Stephen's clients. You want to look at Don's website? It's right there for those of you. Jay Lynn West. What's happening, Jay Lynn? We got the Gray Ranger. We got the Black Ranger. If I'm from San Francisco, I guess, well, I love black, but could I be the tie-dye Ranger? Could I be the tie-dye Ranger? How about that? How about that, Jack? That's innovative. I'm the tie-dye Ranger, right? Stephen Beaver feels me. All right, so Alan is the green man. Okay, man, this Ranger. Josh is the green and I'm the maroon. Maroon, Alvin, you're the maroon? I feel you. Okay, I'm going to loss if someone comes out from behind you. Are you going to lose it? Yeah, that's very probable. My kids have been known to do that. We got Curtis here. We have so many people on tonight. This has got to be our biggest group. K1 and I, last night we had 583 people live with us. 583. And I know this one's blown it out of the waters. So I'm really excited for that. Oh, Grandmaster Palin. Good evening, sir. Master Palin. Great martial artist, great fighter. I saw your Uncle Basilio the other day. One of my biggest heroes in the martial arts is Basilio Palin, one of the greatest fighters, most underrated, most unsung hero. A lot of people don't know about him. But back in the day, this guy fought anybody, big, small, or indifferent. Amazing fighter. And I had the blessing of seeing him at the Art and Wine Festival a couple of weeks ago. And great man to this day. Neil, what's up, Neil? What's happening, sir? So everybody new coming forward, please say hello. That way you're entered into our drawing to win 2 free tickets to It's Time Live Encore. If you want to come to that event, you're more than welcome to. Go to brannonbeliso.com/itstime/live. My events have sold out, every one of them. We only limit it to 60 people because I'm about quality, not quality. I want the quality of the event. Some people stay 1 day, some stay 2, some stay 4. And it's an amazing, life-changing event in every way possible. So think about getting signed up for that. And we're giving away 2 tickets, so I want you to be there. David, everybody should read this. I've read that. Customer service the Disney way. You know, and that's why I don't mind going to Disneyland. I mean, I sit there with a pen and paper, and I kid you not, I'm just watching, because it's really the details, the little things you don't see about Disney that you might overlook. One of the classic examples, who's ever sat there and watched that electric light parade or whatever parade they got going now? Anybody? Type it in. Anybody? And while you're typing in, Alvin's saying, what about a Dare Day event? I don't know what Dare Day is. Is that something you guys do out in Florida? What's a Dare Day event? Good. Stephanie, I hope that helps. You know, and it really is understanding why. And again, nobody cares what you know, that they know that you care, Stephanie. So you gotta be mindful of that. Do I just want to serve the community and be a business that cares and give back? I think that's really, really important. And if you're always just there about trying to get leads, you're like everybody else that's there. And that's going to get old really fast, and no one's going to trust you from that viewpoint. Cool? So type in there, anyone that's ever watched the Disney parade, who sat there and watched the Disney parade? No, Bill. The drawing is, for my live event coming up, Bill, in November, for November 11th and 12th. We're giving away 2 tickets tonight at this event. 2 tickets. Remember, we only have 60 people allowed to come to the event, and it's always sold out. So these 2 tickets are not like 2 of 10,000 from a bigger event. These are 2 of 60. So they're very valuable, and they are a hot commodity. My events have sold out every time we do them. They do it. I mean, 60 people is probably not hard to sell out, but nonetheless, they sell out. Okay, who has seen the Disney parade? Nobody has seen the Disney parade? Okay, so let me go back that, because, you know, I totally agree with David. Everybody should take the Disney customer service course. You can actually go to Disney, whether in Florida, LA, wherever, and you can sit in a 2 to 3 day event and learn about what they do for customer service. It's like $4K. It's not cheap, but that's one of my goals. I want to take my key team members there and experience it from behind the scenes. Anyways, as soon as this parade ends and you get up and everyone starts dispersing, they've got these people come out of the freaking woodworks and the building, like little minions, and they're sweeping. I mean, literally next to you, behind you, around you, and they're following the flow. And they're so like ninjas, like they're freaking garbage ninjas, and they just boom, boom, boom. And by that time, that crowd is completely dispersed, and Main Street is back open. Guess what? It's spotless. Whoa! I mean, the Disney experience is it's amazing. And I love going to Disney just for that. I study everything they do. Do they miss some things? Yeah. But I've gone back and seen huge misses turn into huge celebrations. And anytime I've ever had a challenge, they bend over backwards to fix it. I tell you, I've witnessed it many times. Okay, so Charles is asking, what advice do you have on parents that try to correct their child while they're in class? Of course, we know it's a distraction to the students as well as the instructors. I remember, reprimand in private, public praise. I would pull that parent aside when there's nobody looking. I would say, ma'am, it's really important that I'm able to serve you at the highest level. May I please ask you to not coach or talk to your child from the floor, because it's really hard for me to serve you and your child at the best level. Again, take ownership of that. Don't point fingers. Hey, you got to stop coaching from the side. It's disruptive. There's so many ways to approach that, sir. And it's something, Charles, I would rehearse, because it's something we deal with all the time. All the time. It's happened to this one person chronically. I went up right in their eye view, because they get tunnel vision on their kid, and they don't realize there's this whole big class going on. They think they're in the park going, hey, Johnny, don't throw the sand. Because remember, parents do that every day, Charles. I will literally walk up, cut off their eye view from their kid, and go, excuse me, ma'am, I ask you to please not do that, because, it's important that we serve you at the highest level. And, just that kind of humble approach goes a long way. We know it's disruptive. I don't think they mean it intentionally. It's just they're in the moment, and they're so fixated on their kid, and that's their concern, right? And rightfully so. They're a parent. Jay Perez, Alexandru. Jalen, listening, good. So far, Carlos's big takeaway is make a decision and stick to it. Yeah, because you got to work things. And just because it doesn't work the first time doesn't mean if you tweak it a little bit and try it again. If it doesn't work then change it up a little more and try it again. But you just simply throw up your hands and abandon it every time you fail. Forget it. You're always stopping and starting. I'd rather stay with something and see it through to the end. But, I know when it's a dead horse and when to get off. There's a huge difference there. But sometimes, if you give up 5 minutes before the miracle, right, and when you're ready to break on through the other side, you got to work things. And success is about failure, because that's part of the learning process. And so many of us are so afraid to fail that we never succeed. Because if you understand success, and I know success, you're going to fail miserably along the way. Embrace it, accept it. It's part of the process. Sean, how often do you have instructors meetings? We have instructors meetings every Tuesday at 7:30 to 9 o'clock. We train on the curriculum we're teaching. We work on their new tips for their next degree. And then we meet for 30 minutes about new teaching methods, different events, things that are going on. Every Wednesday, I meet with the guy from San Francisco, and it's not a meeting. We hang out. It's mentoring. We do a lot of talking, and we communicate, and I guide him. Because part of what I'm trying to do is develop him to develop his way. Because one day, I'm not going to be there anymore. He's going to be on his own. And I don't want to discipline this kid, and he wakes up one day with no self-discipline. So part of my grooming for him as a mentor is giving him systems. I'll start a system, and then I'll give it to him to finish it. I'll start an idea, and then I'll make him finish it. So we do mentoring as well. And then I'm very passionate, Sean, about 5-minute power meetings. Remember, the attention span of a human being is less than a goldfish now. So it's important that you give them small amounts of information and then work it. So we might say, hey, everybody, we got to be real mindful. Let's stay on top of the bathrooms during classes. Then for the next week, we're drilling it, staying on top of it, complimenting, hey, I showed that bathroom was spotless. Awesome. All right, 2 people, you're going to go hit the bathrooms as soon as class ends. Who's going to be the first one done? Go. So things like that, Sean, are really powerful. Those shorter meetings are more productive than some long, drawn-out thing. And we know you can't make anybody come to a meeting unless you pay them. If it's a mandatory meeting in California, we must pay. So if you do these short meetings while they're on the clock, then again, you're saving a bit on payroll. Right? But my Tuesday night, 7:30, everybody's paid to be there. Everybody. Adam, I want to share the professional industry with my team, and I thought the Super Show in Vegas might be good. Your thoughts about it? Paying their way, all apart, hotel, airfare, pay for it. Completely, sir. Completely, sir. It's like any job. If I'm going to send one of my staff to the super show, I'm going to put him in a nice suite. I'm going to feed him good. He's going to have a per diem every day so that he can eat. And he's going to be required to sit in this seminar, this seminar, this seminar, this seminar. And we strategize and do that together. I don't see it any other way, Adam. It isn't. I want my team to win. I want my students and families to win. You make this person pay for it? That doesn't make any sense. Even a small amount of it. They shouldn't pay for it at all. At all, sir. Jay's United Karate Studio. Welcome, sir. Alvin Myers, Cairo, New York. Do Martial Arts. Welcome. Welcome. Bill Piper, what's happening, sir? Jack. Audrey Hussey, second Dan instructor from Danielson's Martial Arts, Danielson, Connecticut, correct? Tie-dye sold. There you go. Good. So Jaylyn West, and she's going to verify this from Jay's United Karate Studio, from Flowery Branch, Georgia. She has a website with Steven. Bill, K1. If you're all loving the content, please share. Let's break the internet tonight. Share this. Right now, I want to challenge everybody. Hit somebody up and tell them to tune into us right now. Go. Everybody go. Go, 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 go. Kevin saying, not a bowl burnt out. I love it. You know, that's one thing you'll notice in Disneyland. There's not a single light that is out in Disneyland. You walk into both my schools, you will never find a light bulb out. Because if there's a light bulb out, that means we're not paying attention to details. Because it's not the little things that matter. It's everything that matters. And I was talking to my guy about that in San Francisco. I said the dots on the floor need to be changed. We use these final dots, and they get worn out. The fact that they're not changed is your lack of attention to detail. A vacuum, I told him months ago to mount it onto the wall. It's still not mounted. That is a lack of that field vision that a general has, and I want to teach him that. So I'm going to write him about those. Someone would say, in the big scheme of things, what do you care if that, portable vacuum is mounted to the wall or not? What I care is that you're detail oriented. Make sense? You feel me? Yeah, you'll never see a light bulb out in Disney. Ever, ever. So the New York event, Alvin saying, is focused on drug awareness. Well, we know the key to stopping drugs is having confident, strong, goal-oriented people, right? Who have strong self-discipline, who have strong self-respect, because that's what drugs do. Drugs are for people that are insecure, people that have low self-esteem, low self-worth. They want to escape the reality that they're in, right? I know it. I know it. I've dealt with people. I've worked with people like that. I've worked in the jails. I've worked in halfway homes, and I've worked with people that were going through that. Drug addiction's horrible. So what you could do for the New York event, Alvin, is you can go in there and really promote the life skills of what you teach, promote how your body is your temple, and the power of physical fitness strengthens the mind, how it releases endorphins, right? That's like a drug. And then really focus on the mindset the martial arts offers and all those. So that would be my take on that. I wouldn't worry so much about the demo team and all that and loud music. I would really go for, again, knowing your demographic, what is their pain point, and speak to them. They need to become strong mentally. Their body is part of that process. They need to build confidence. They've probably been beaten down pretty bad. They need to build self-respect, right? They need all those things. So that would be my marketing materials. That would be my angle. That would be my conversations for that whole event, Alvin. Can I get I feel you? Throw some hearts in there if you feel me on that. Bill Harris is saying, if the winner can't make it and they want to hook up a ninja, I'm that ninja. So if whoever wins the 2 tickets today, and if you can't go, Bill Harris would love to get your tickets. Jessica Ann, it's awesome. Good. Good. Gina, I have good. Dawn. Yeah, Jimmy Barkley, community event booths and demos where you teach life skills, mind blow. I love it. We don't even wear our uniform to a lot of those events. We'll be in a pair of black sweats and a One Martial Arts t-shirt. You want to intimidate people and prevent them from coming into your booth? Stand there in your uniform and your black belt. And it falls in line with that community mindset. You know why? I'm not going to sit there and be at a cotton candy machine at an event wearing my uniform and a black belt. That would never happen. Never happen. And it's an old school thing. My papa taught me you don't walk around outside the school in your uniform or your belt. You just don't do that. right? When we think about when we bow in Kenpo, here's your weapon. You cover your weapon. You hide it. You show humility. You don't sit there and brandish it like somebody with a gun. You cover it, right? So that's our mindset for that. And so, you know, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So I'm glad, Jimmy Barkley saying community event booths and demos where you teach life skills. Mind blown. I love it. Good. I'm glad I blew your mind tonight. So many game changers. Here, it's truly awesome. Well, that's what it's about. We're a collective of critical thinkers. You give the question, it triggers things, and it's energy, man. It's an energy exchange. I know that sounds California tree hugging kumbaya, but it is. Even electronically, your question comes, it filters through my heart, my mind, my experiences, you know, my mindset, boom, I feed it back, you comment, and we grow together, right? Like my book, Live, Learn, Grow, available on Amazon. Pick it up. It's a good book. I'm very proud of it. Audrey, I appreciate your dedication to helping your child be their best in class, but they won't be able to see me as the authority on the floor if they're more worried about what you're saying. That's a cool one, Audrey, going back to parents that coach their kids from the floor. I like that. I like that. I don't like the word authority. I don't like the word authority at all. How about I won't be able to inspire your child. I won't be able to help them live their best life. So ours is live your best life. Everybody knows that. You call my schools, live your best life at One Martial Arts. We bow out of class. What you going to go out there and do class? Live your best life, sir. So maybe I could go to that parent and say, ma'am, I really want to help your child live their best life. And in order to do that, I need your support by allowing me to instruct your child. So you're not even saying, I need, you know, you're disrupting my class. It's a distraction. Any words that we can find that are humbling, empathetic. I find the big key in my success in what I do is being empathetic. You know, I try to tell my young team, this mom, that kid might have thrown up in the car. The other one missed soccer. You know, they're fighting and this mom comes to the door. Don't expect to always be happy, 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 right? So empathy goes a long way. And I like that you say, I appreciate your dedication. That's super cool. To helping your child be their best. That's super cool. But then it kind of takes a turn for me, but they won't be able to see me as the authority on the floor if they're more worried. You know, so then it takes a twist. I would like you to chop the sentence off, Audrey, right there. I appreciate your dedication to helping your child be their best. Ooh, how about this, Audrey? I appreciate your dedication in helping your child be their best. May I ask you to help me be my best by allowing me to inspire your child while class is going on? Ooh, how's that work? And I'm sure, you know, work with it, Audrey, because you could probably come up with a system for that and give that type of power and tool to all your team members, Audrey, and they'll be able to use that anytime a parent does that. Cool? There's a system. See, that's an example. We found a challenge. We found a solution. So now we have to write a system to train the team. And that's easy. Training Chester, you know, okay, you're the parent. Sit there. Coach from the floor. Okay, your job is to step in between, put your hands in a prayer position with a sense of humility and look them in the eye and say, I appreciate I appreciate your dedication to helping your child be their best in class. Please, will you allow me to do my best by helping them? Oh, my battery's going down. Hang on. I'm going to have to grab my, I got to grab a power. Okay, K1, everybody type in your name. Type in your name, everybody, okay? Because K1's going to enter you in the drawing. Hang on, I'll be right back. We have like 900 from all over right now on Facebook Live. You can shut that. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to plug in. It's going to get darker. It's going to get even darker in a minute. Okay, there we go. How's that? We're good? Okay. Man, it's getting super dark now. Now I really look like just a head. Okay. Steven. Let me see what we got. Let me get caught up. Everybody put in their name. Say hi to Steven. Bill, you were rocking it. Thank you, sir. I love being with you guys. You know, and to affect change throughout the world, when I see people making changes in Australia, Germany, Canada, and bettering their schools, I mean, that's powerful stuff, you know? I mean, what's my ROI on that, right? What's my ROI on that? And I have this dream of one day of doing a big convention, and where I believe, like any business, it's going to pay off in the end. The profitability, and don't get me wrong, I do very well with my consulting. I do very well with my services. But it's important to give back. If you don't give back, then you squander those opportunities to make a difference in the world. And when the day's done, I mean, that's going to matter more, right? I think it does. Anyways. Michael. Hey, Maria, what's happening? How do you feel about employees being Facebook friends or online interactions with other members? Legally, you can't say anything. You can deter them from it. You can say it is our policy, but you can't enforce anything outside your business. Whether they date each other, whether they hang out together, or whether they're sitting there and cohorting how to take over your school, you have no say, sir. And to me, if you're having an issue with that, then I would say you hired the wrong person to begin with, Michael. But it's going to happen. We have, people are friends with other friends, and especially when it comes to kickboxing and all that. My wife's friends with lots of members that are outside. And it's just that's part of social media. That's part of Facebook. Legally, you cannot stop them from doing any of it. But again, you can deter it and say we don't encourage it and those sorts of things. Cool? Neo, I challenge my students with details. I'll misplace something like a target just to challenge them. Details are so important. They are. They really, really are. I truly agree about the outside the school uniform comment. Again, that's just me. Some people are very proud of that. They wear their uniform everywhere, and that's the thing. Steven, is your logo on your cotton candy machine? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We want to co-brand with things, and the cotton candy is a fun thing. And if you see the way we have it set up in most places, the front table is all of our brochures and our takeaways and our little acrylic ballot box with win $100, Visa gift card or a premium birthday party. Behind us are the cotton candy machines. And if you look towards them, all you're going to see is our big One Martial Arts logo on the back while the kids are spitting cotton candy. Now, I don't want to be related to that, right? K1 saying, love the book, Live, Learn, Grow. Thank you, K1, sir. Jill, what's happening, Jill? Welcome. My sister Lorraine. Kids Love Life Skills is going to be the new brand for our One Merit Badges. If you need any help with One Merit Badges, currently, any questions about my Excellent Kids program, talk to my sister Lorraine. She's right there. She's here in attending live tonight. Or go to onemeritbadges.com or friend Lorraine Beliso Christie here at Facebook and ask her all the questions you need. We've had that program for a while now, and I think we're closing in on we have 400 people worldwide. How many people worldwide are in our One Merit Badge programs, Lorraine? Type it in. Thank you, because you're on fire, Adam. Thanks for the chance to internalize and become better in life. Isn't what this is all about? It's not just about how many zeros to add to our bank account. It's about improving my mindset, improving the quality of my life. In turn, is going to help me be a happier person. That's what it's all about. So no matter what you do, it's really about creating that happiness that you deserve. And how many rich people are miserable, married 7 times, killing themselves, drug addicts, alcoholics. We know money is not the root of all evil. It's people and their behavior. So create that mindset first, the discipline you need, and you'd be amazed the potential of the things that you can do. Cool? Milton, Jack, Bill, Uriel, Claudia, K1, thanks for the invite. Gina, Alan, Ashley, Jim, lots of new people coming aboard. As you come aboard, please hello, tell us the name of the school and where you're tuning in from, okay? Man, we've gone an hour and a half. You guys are beasts. I got to get out of here. I don't want to leave. It's like James Brown. You ever see James Brown? When he goes down, he tries to walk off he gets down, they put his coat on, he's walking off the stage, he throws the coat off, he comes running back. That's what I feel like. I feel like James Brown. We've been here for an hour and a half almost, people. Since 7:30, it's 8:54. I feel like James Brown. I'm going to do my best James Brown. I got to go. Really. I got to go. Oh, I'm back. I just thought I'd do that. I've always wanted to do that. So I finally did it. All right. Kevin, parents on Wi-Fi phone calls, iPads during classes not paying attention to their children. Your thoughts? I'm a parent, Kev. So are you. Sometimes that little 45 minutes I have to return emails or finish a presentation for work, it's gold. It's gold, sir. That's why in my Excellent Kids program, there's mandatory parent-student time for about 5 minutes. It's super important. And if it's really important, we make sure we're loud enough. If someone's on their computer and I'm highlighting and spotlighting their kid, we're super loud. Hey, Johnny! So mom can hear it. But sir, that's part of the comfort. You know, that's what we have great Wi-Fi. We have great access points. I want them to feel comfortable that their kid's in class and they're multitasking. That has to happen, sir. It really, really does. And you got to be okay with that because it's safe haven for them, sir. I know my kids in class are taking care. Let me take care of some business. I do it all the time at soccer and swimming and everything with my kids. But for the important things, when they're testing or they need my attention, I make sure I give it. Again, it's being mindful. Cool. Lorraine, when you promote your It's Time Live on November 12th, can you please ask any folks with big badge orders to send them to me ahead of time? We want to accommodate folks. Okay? So there's a big one. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. My one marriage badge clients come to town from Germany and all over the world, and they want their orders to be filled so they can take them back with them. So anybody that's signing up for It's Time Live Encore, that is a one merit badge, Kids Love Life Skills or Excellent Kids client, partner with us, and you need an order to be filled to take back with you, please turn it into Lorraine Beliso Christie before then. Cool? All right. So let's start wrapping this thing up. Can we begin wrapping this thing up? So I want to begin with takeaways. What are your takeaways tonight? What are your takeaways from tonight's event? Go. Give me your takeaways. Takeaways. What are your takeaways from this evening's event? Did we share this with as many people as we could? Did we do that? Kwan, Jim, Ashley, Alan, Lorraine, Kevin, Michael, Neil, Master Maravich, everybody. Did we share this with as many people possible? We're trying to break records tonight, right? We're at 1:22. Michael's saying no issue with us with Facebook with employees. Just been hearing a lot of others having issues with it. My staff is my daughter and myself for the front counter person. Cool. Go. Stephen, I sent an email yesterday. Good. You sent an email to who yesterday? Lorraine Beliso Christie? Good. We have 420 clients worldwide for one merit badges using our life skills system, using my preschool, pre-K, Excellent Kids program. Very grateful for that. Very humbled, and we'll continue to serve you better. We can't wait till the new website comes out with better shipping modules, better international shipping modules, and we're improving our products all the time. We're really going to put a lot of love and effort into it in the next year, I promise you. George, do you offer your fitness kickboxing classes mornings and afternoons? Mornings and evenings, sir. We have a 9 a.m. class and 9:30 class in San Francisco, and we have classes at 6:30 and 7:30 in the evening at both locations. Yeah, you know, a lot of people, Michael, are interested in my kickboxing certification. So I've dusted off the cobwebs. I'm revamping it. I did it for years. I used to do the Ursha Convention, Body Revival. I used to do the health clubs and certify aerobics instructors to teach kickboxing in 8 hours. Much more. What could I do with martial artists, man? We would blow that thing out. But I think the big thing with that I've learned, I have the American College of Sports Medicine. I was certified, the American Council on Exercise. I understand exercise adherence, formatting, the fundamentals of kinesiology, physiology, the bell curve, exercise adherence, contraindications, how to cue, how to count, how to be on the beat when needed, all those different things, blood pooling. You know, there's a lot of contraindication. You don't always go to the ground and get up because they get lightheaded, all the blood's in the extremities, they can pass out. There's so many variables when it comes to teaching an amazing kickboxing class. The thing is, it's trendy again right now. So many people are just throwing on a sound system, teaching because they think they're black belts, they know how to teach kickboxing. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's a whole different game, and if you want to compete on that level, then you need to raise that bar. So yeah, it's going to happen. I'm actually flying out to Virginia to do a kickboxing certification, but it's a private one, so I get a chance to really cut my teeth and clean it up and make sure it's on point. We did it back in April as well, and once I'm confident that I have a product that's going to serve you at the highest level, sir, we're going to launch it. We're going to launch it. But it's you got to be present. It's not. I don't want to do this online. I don't want to teach you martial arts via the internet. I want you to fly out, spend a couple of days with me, or I'll come out and service people there, wherever that may be, and we're going to do it right. We're going to do it right because I want you to have this sustainable, growth-oriented, and it's not just the format, it's not just the music, it's not just the cueing and counting, it's the marketing and creating a culture and a tribe that's sustainable. We have kickboxers in San Francisco that have been there for 17 years. We have kickboxers in Millbrae from the day we opened our doors 2.5 years ago, still there. So we don't promote it like a fitness program per se. It's a culture-based tribe of raving fans, and we grow it that way. So that's important too, and that's the big difference. Why? With a 24-hour fitness directly above us in Millbrae, we can blow them out. We can blow them out, and we're very proud. We're very proud of that. People thought I was nuts. How are you going to compete with 24-hour fitness? We don't compete with 24-hour fitness. We stand alone as a boutique kickboxing facility that does what they do within our martial arts school. Cool. Curtis, K1 saying this will be on YouTube tomorrow. Justin, Steven, culture, that's his big takeaway. Bill, Master Maravich, Jack's big takeaway, selling is service, service is selling. Selling is service. Yeah, if you serve people, you are selling. And service is selling. It is. And if you make service your focus and don't worry about your ROI or how many leads, and that's why I don't make my team pass out VIP passes. I don't make them get 10 trials a month. They don't work on a bonus system, none of that. I pay them well, we serve people well, and that's it. That's it. I don't want to be looking at the end of the month. You see that with the fitness people. I got one person who works for me kickboxing. At the end of the month, she disappears. Because you got to make her quotas, right? They're breathing down her neck. I don't want my team living that way, and I don't want to behave like a fitness club. So we don't do that. So I agree with you, Jack, sir. Charles, being humble with parents. It's so important. You know, it's so important. Adam, start the system and have the staff complete it. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Super important. Sean, many great notes taken. Thank you, sir. But what's your takeaway, Sean? Give me one of your takeaways, sir. Stephen, merit badges. Yeah. Go to onemeritbadges.com, Stephen. It's powerful. And we partner with you. We don't look at you as just a client. You're our partner. Our goal is to help you, go through the materials, the mat chats, the student parent handout, all the different lesson plans. That's important. We just don't want to throw it at you and let you be left to your own devices. We're here for you. And I think that's important. Milton's big takeaway, serving the community at PTA events. And Milton, I'll see you in November, huh? Stephanie Bunch, humility, empathy in dealing with parents, more quality in our programs. Love it. Culture, service, build the trust. Systems is important. Truth. Yeah, truth is. Alan Bunch, yes, just hit the share button and share it to your wall or some friends you think would find value in this. Thank you. Alan, I'm doing good listening, a lot of good info. Thanks. Lorraine, email for Lorraine for One Merit Badges Kids Love Life Skills is Lorraine Beliso at ymail.com. It's in here. Get it and do reach out to my sister if you want to know more about One Merit Badges Kids Love Life Skills or Excellent Kids. Stephanie, watching on my phone, taking notes on my tablet. Awesome. Klaus, all the way from Germany. Klaus, Ramil. What's up, Ramil, sir? Sean, you need your own TV show like John Taffer and Bob Resher. You know that? We've talked about that. You know any reality show producers out there? Pitch them one of these. We've talked about that. You ought to see when I go do a lot of these events and I do in-school consultations, they're just like Restaurant Impossible. They really are. Because first thing I do is I walk in the bathroom, I smell the bathroom, I talk to the parents, I have wives crying to me. He never listens. You'd be amazed what I see, and it would make a great reality show. It really, really would. It would. So if you know anybody out there, pitch it. Send them our way. Cool. David, Master Donna Garcia, you guys are on the tail end, man. Sean, my biggest takeaway, more skill-based material at Demonstrations Expo. Yeah, more life skills-based. Get the parent involved. Get the kid involved. Promote your culture, your community, your tribe. That's much more important. That's why you walk into our booths, we got a bubble machine, we got a cotton candy machine, we got a balloon twister, free water, we're hanging out, music's playing. It's just about be in this community with us, be part of this, and see why One Martial Arts is such a cool community. It can be such a cool village to raise your kid in, right? All right, K1, how are we going to choose a winner? K1, are you going to be able to choose a winner right now? Can we do that, sir? Or do we need to do it after the fact? Let's get to that next. Who's going to be the winner of our It's Time Live Encore 2 tickets? You got to pay your own airfare. You got to pay your own hotel. But you got 2 tickets. And that's got to be valued at what? It's $349 per person. So what is this? 8, 9, whoa. $698. This is a $698 value. $698 value. Are we able to do it right now, K1? Right now, I can pull the name. Okay, drum roll. Everybody drum roll. Drum roll, please. Who's our winner, K1? Who's the winner? While we're waiting for K1's answer, please come join me. It's Time Live Encore, November 12th for 1 day, November 11th and 12th for 2 days, or stay for the 4-day experience. I will blow your mind. Go to brannonbeliso.com/itstime/live. Pick up my book, Live, Learn, Grow. It's available right now at Amazon. I have a great children's series just launched, The Adventures of Bray and Tay. You can pick that up if you want bulk copies. Hit me up at Facebook. You want to give it away at birthday parties, give it away at birthday parties. Did I say birthday parties? Sell it in your pro shop. It perpetuates and promotes life skills, which we should be. What separates us from soccer, baseball, swimming, everything is we need to be life skills educators, but we can't simply put discipline on the wall and say that we teach it when we're not. Who's the winner? Oh, here we go. Cliff Kinchin. K1 said the winner is Cliff Kinchin, and it's $700. This is a $700 value. Cliff, are you there? Cliff, pipe in, Cliff. Cliff, are you there? All the information K1's putting there for my books, for It's Time Live, for my YouTube channel, all these videos we're doing. Cliff, there's Cliff. Cliff, I will be there. Sorry, Bill. Oh, Cliff, don't be so mean. Don't be so mean. So let's wrap this up. I want to say thank you. This has been one of our longest It's Success Never Sleeps. Thank you to K1. He's becoming my right-hand man in all this craziness. K1 Conquest, thank you, sir. To Rainmaker, membership systems and software. To Scott, to all the gang, thank you for supporting my vision. As I share, they don't censor me. They don't tell me what to say. They never know what I'm going to do. And that takes some big cojones. That takes innovation to simply sponsor somebody and give them money to do what they do. And I'm grateful for that. I hope to see everybody. Please come join us for It's Time Live Encore. It is starting to book up. It is starting to sell out. We have discounts on a great hotel. All of it's there. Go to brannonbeliso.com/itstime/live. Until we talk again, folks, please, you go out there and you live your best life.